These are the tools you're going to need to do a EGR upgrade kit on a 2020 to 2026 Powerstroke. Start off with a 12mm wrench, a set of pliers, 3/8 ratchet with a long 3/8 extension, 10mm socket, 1/4-inch ratchet with an attachment to do lower rad plugs, a small 1/4-inch extension, a set of picks, big and small, a 5mm Allen, a 10mm, a 12mm, and an 8mm, a longer 1/4-inch extension, a set of side cutters, a long and a short flat screwdriver, and an electric 1/4-inch ratchet, and an 8mm wrench, as well as a upholstery tool for all your Christmas tree clips. Today we'll be showing you how to install an EGR upgrade kit on, this is going to be good from a 17 to a 26 Powerstroke. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drop the coolant on it. So to drop the coolant on it, it's on the driver's side in front of the wheel well here, so that guy right there. And what I'm going to use is this little tool from Snap-on. And what you do is you pretty much just go over top of it, and then you just turn counterclockwise until you have coolant coming out. Once you have the coolant drained, you're going to want to take your intake off. So we got our MAF. Take that little Christmas tree off, take the MAF pigtail off, take your coolant line off that hook. You're going to want to loosen this clamp. Loosen the front clamp, remove that, take factory airbox, 3 clips, folds out, comes off right like that. Take a set of pliers and pull this clamp back, remove it off the top of your EGR, and take this clamp and this Christmas tree off of here. And then in the back here, you have another coolant line. This clamp actually you just got to push this clamp together and it pulls right off. And then you'll have 2 plugins here, this one and this one right here. And then you have a vacuum line that disconnects from here. Just take that guy and fold it out of the way for now. We have a couple 8mm bolts here. So this 8mm bolt, this 8mm bolt, this 8mm bolt, then you have 2 here, one there, and one here and one here. And then in the valley, you're going to have 2 10mm bolts. And on the 17 to 19s, those are going to be 8mm bolts. Well, the 20 pluses are there, 10mm. You can just pull this pipe out right here. And then for this pipe, you have an EGT sensor right here. There's just a clip right there, you just unclip it there. And then this clip is clipped to your intake. Just take that off and then you have it right here. Pull your red clip back and then just unplug it. Take that off. And then to take the actual EGR off, you have quite a few 8mm bolts. So you have 3 here. There's one here, one there, one there. And then you have an 8mm bolt down here. And then another one back there that you may not be able to see, but there is another one back there. There's also another 8mm right here. And then in the back, there's going to be a Christmas tree or a little connector on a stud, and that's going to be a 10mm nut back there. So you're going to want to take that off because that's your bracket to hold your back pressure sensor. Undo the bracket, just fold it up for now, and then that is I want to say it's a 12 now. Take that bolt out in the back. Take your other 8mm bolts out. And there's going to be one all the way in the back. That one's a little tough to get at. And then you also have two 8mm bolts that holds this wiring harness on in the front. Let's take those off. And then after that, your EGR is loose. So pretty much what you do is take some of this wire harness a little bit, make sure it's all loose. Move it back and forth a little bit, get it loose. Comes off just like that. And then what you're gonna wanna do is just wiggle it past your intake there. And then boom, it comes right out. And then what you can go ahead and do is you plug this back in. If you did unplug your back pressure sensor, plug back in. So what you're gonna do with this line, take this clamp off, take this clamp, and we're just gonna take this connector off totally because we're getting rid of one of the coolant lines. Pull that apart, and then pull this guy apart. Pull that away. You'll have a barbed fitting. You just slide that in the one hole, slide it in the other hole. Put your factory clamps back on. And then you can mount this coolant line back in the factory location. All your clips there. Take your vacuum line off right here, because that will be plugged. Plug like this in your kit. Take that plug and put it on right here. That just plugs that vacuum line that you don't need anymore. Take this vacuum line, and there's a couple places where it connects to your return line. Just unclip it from there. There's another one farther down. Oh, there's actually another place it clips on. There. And then you just feed it through here. And you're told to get rid of this whole vacuum line. Take your two EGR blocker plates. The one groove that has, or the plate that has the groove, it also comes with an O-ring. So you just take your O-ring and you just kind of massage it in there. Make sure it's seated nicely. The O-ring face goes to this face. And it goes on like this. Sorry, turn around, turn it like that. There's two keepers in here in the valve cover. So O-ring side up. Make sure your holes line up. Clicks right in place. And then the top one goes on top like this. And then you'll have 3 Allen head 5mm bolts. The 3 longer ones are for the EGR blocker plate. The 2 shorter ones are for the plate that goes on your intake right here. Take your manifold blocker plate. This goes into the manifold. It comes with a plug that I like to put some Loctite on so it doesn't come off. And if you are running an EGT probe, it also comes with the adapter that you would thread in place of the plug. And then this side, your EGT sensor goes in there if you're running an EGT probe. This one we're not, so I will be putting some Loctite on it, threading it in nice and tight. It's a 5mm Allen as well. Take your factory bolts that bolted into that EGR pipe and take the factory gasket as long as it's still good. And then we'll just bolt this right in here. Hand start them and then tighten them up. It's a 10mm. Once you have these 2 bolts tightened up, all your Those two block plates are on. Now we just got to put this block plate on. This blocker plate also comes with a O-ring. Just make sure it's pressed in there nicely. Use your remaining Allen bolts. Take your two shibby plugs, clip them in, push the red lock tab in. This one here just clips in. And then if you don't have shibby plugs, just tape them up with electrical tape. These we're just gonna zip tie to this harness right here, and then take these and zip tie them down there. That way it looks good. There we go. And this hose and hose clamps is going to be for older year Powerstrokes to eliminate the one line that goes over top. So in these years, generally 16 and up, you do not need this. And then you will have two extra 8mm bolts, 8mm head bolts. Those are also for 2011 to 19. On the manifold bolts, on the 20 pluses, they went to a bigger style. On the earlier than 2020, they have a smaller bolt, and they love to break off. So what we did is we added two of these bolts in, so if you do break off bolts, or if the threads are gone on them, on the old bolts, that you can use these bolts. Clip your coolant line to your heater core back on. We just put our intake back on, and make sure your throttle valve is unplugged. Three clips, intake slides on there, slides on here. Tighten this clamp and that clamp, or unless you took this clamp off, then tighten that one too. Put your MAF sensor, plug it back in. And then what you're going to want to do is unplug your throttle valve. The throttle valve is located on the cold side pipe on the bottom here, right down here. And so what you're going to want to do is move that red clip back. And then what I like to do is just get a pick in the back here, and then put my hand in the back here. You'll feel the wiring harness, and then it just slides right out. Bring that back up there. Plug in one of your plugs, put one of your plugs in here, shibby plugs in here, and then I like to tuck it in the back here and put a zip tie around it. And then the one EGT sensor that we unplugged earlier is down here. Probably able to see it through here. You see it. Take your shibby plug, plug it in. Put the red locking tab, and then I usually just zip tie it underneath there to the harness. Put coolant in it. I like to vacuum fill it. Obviously, turn your coolant plug in the bottom of the radiator, turn it clockwise so it's tight, and then you're ready to put coolant in it, and then you're ready to go.